Have you ever felt like your body is aging faster despite exercising every day? You sweat on the treadmill every morning, work hard at the gym in the evening. But when you look in the mirror, your wrinkles seem deeper, your skin more saggy, and your stamina not what it used to be. Many people share this concern. Did you know that the exercise you started for health might actually be making your body age faster? There's a shocking study published by Stanford Medical School in 2024. In this large-scale research conducted over 3 years with 2,847 adults, they compared a group doing high-intensity cardio for more than 40 minutes a day with a group exercising only about 20 minutes. The surprising result? The group that exercised longer and harder actually experienced a faster increase in biological age. Have you heard of telomeres? These tiny structures at the ends of our cells hold the key to aging, like the plastic caps at the end of shoelaces, protecting our chromosomes. The shorter they get, the faster our bodies age. What the research team discovered was truly shocking. Telomeres of people who ran or did high-intensity interval training for more than 40 minutes daily shortened by an average of 238 base pairs per year. Meanwhile, those who exercised at moderate intensity for only about 20 minutes saw a reduction of just 89 base pairs. That's a difference of 167%. What does this mean? Simply put, people who exercised harder were aging 2.7 times faster. But here's an important question. Why does this happen? Everyone knows exercise is good for health. So how can it actually accelerate aging? The answer lies in oxidative stress. Looking at the mechanism revealed by Dr. David Sinclair's team at Harvard Medical School's Aging Research Institute. The longer you do high-intensity exercise, the more reactive oxygen species explode in your body. After 20 minutes of exercise, blood reactive oxygen levels increase by an average of 23%. But after exercising for more than 40 minutes, they skyrocket to 89%. Reactive oxygen species are like rust-causing substances inside your body. They attack our cells, damage DNA, and destroy proteins. They especially target mitochondria, the cell's power plants. When these are damaged, energy production decreases and more reactive oxygen species are created in a vicious cycle. Research from the University of Copenhagen's Department of Exercise Physiology shows that mitochondrial damage markers increased by an average of 34% after more than 40 minutes of high-intensity exercise, but only 9% after 20 minutes. There's an even more surprising fact. A Johns Hopkins Medical School study tracked 1,256 marathon runners for 15 years. When they took MRI scans of the hearts of elite marathon runners who ran more than 50 kilometers per week, myocardial fibrosis was, on average, 3.8 times higher than in regular people. Myocardial fibrosis is a condition where heart muscle becomes stiff and loses elasticity, one of the main causes of heart failure. In contrast, hobby runners who ran about 20 to 30 kilometers per week showed almost no myocardial fibrosis, and their heart function actually improved. So what magic is hidden in this 20-minute time frame? The latest research from Oxford University's Institute of Metabolic Health revealed this secret. The human body shows optimal hormonal response between about 18 and 22 minutes. When you start exercising, growth hormone begins to be secreted. Around 15 minutes, the secretion amount increases rapidly. It peaks at about 20 minutes, and after that, cortisol, a stress hormone, is produced in greater amounts. Cortisol is originally a hormone that protects our body from danger. But when excessively secreted through prolonged high-intensity exercise, problems arise. It breaks down muscle, lowers immunity, and increases inflammation. Most seriously, it directly attacks telomeres. Dr. Elizabeth Blackburn of the University of California, San Francisco, who won the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine for this research, and her team found that chronically high cortisol levels shorten telomeres 15% faster than average. But the really amazing part starts here. The effects of 20-minute exercise don't stop at just preventing aging. Looking at research conducted by the University of Leipzig's Department of Sports Medicine over 5 years with 3,421 people. The group that did moderate intensity exercise for about 20 minutes daily showed an average 23% improvement in cognitive function. Memory and concentration especially improved significantly because of increased secretion of BDNF, a brain-derived neurotrophic factor. BDNF levels increased by an average of 34% after 20 minutes of exercise, but only 12% after more than 40 minutes. More interesting is the impact on metabolic health. There's a study from Harvard School of Public Health with 2,156 pre-diabetic patients. One group did brisk walking for 20 minutes daily, while another group did more intense exercise for 40 minutes. After 6 months, the 20-minute group's blood sugar control improved by an average of 28%, and insulin sensitivity improved by 42%. The 40-minute group saw only 18% improvement in blood sugar control, and some even worsened. What's the reason? About 20 minutes of moderate exercise activates GLUT4, a glucose transporter in muscle cells. When activated, glucose can enter cells even without insulin. But exercising too long causes muscle fatigue and inflammation, which actually interferes with this mechanism. According to research from the University of Bath in England, GLUT4 activity increased by an average of 156% after 20 minutes of exercise, but only 89% after 40 minutes. The same goes for cardiovascular health. There's a large-scale study from Mayo Clinic that tracked 5,048 people for 18 years. People who exercised at moderate intensity for 20 to 30 minutes daily had the lowest incidence of cardiovascular disease. Specifically, this group had a 43% lower risk of heart attack and 38% lower risk of stroke, compared to people who didn't exercise at all. Interestingly, the group doing high-intensity exercise for more than 60 minutes only had a 27% reduction in cardiovascular disease risk, and some extreme exercisers actually had increased rates of arrhythmia. Here's one more important fact to know: recovery capacity. How quickly our body recovers after exercise may actually be more important than the exercise effect itself. Research from the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology, Zurich's Sports Physiology Laboratory shows that complete muscle recovery after 20 minutes of exercise took an average of 16 hours, but after more than 40 minutes of exercise, it took a whopping 38 hours. Why is this difference important? Exercising again without full recovery accumulates chronic inflammation, which becomes a main culprit in accelerating aging. Research on professional athletes at Paris Descartes University actually proves this. Athletes who repeated high-intensity training without full recovery saw their CRP levels, a blood inflammation marker, increase by an average of 78%, which was shown to increase risks of arthritis, cardiovascular disease, and even dementia. Meanwhile, athletes who took proper recovery time saw their CRP levels actually decrease by 23%. So specifically, how should you exercise? First, controlling intensity is key. Maintain between 60 and 75% of your maximum heart rate. If that's hard to calculate, here's a simple method. Exercise at an intensity where you can speak short sentences but can't sing. If you're too out of breath to talk, lower the intensity. Second, keep the time exactly. Set a timer and stop precisely after 20 minutes. Even if you feel you can do more, stopping is important. According to research from the University of Tokyo's Department of Sport Sciences, groups that exercised exactly 20 minutes at the same time daily had health indicators that were, on average, 34% better than groups with irregular timing. Third, pursue variety. Doing the same exercise every day overloads specific muscles and joints. Monday brisk walking, Tuesday swimming, Wednesday cycling, Thursday light jogging, Friday yoga or stretching. Vary it like this. According to research from Sweden's Karolinska Institute, Groups that combined various exercises had 56% higher overall health improvement effects than groups that did only single exercises. There's meaning from an economic perspective too. According to analysis by the Harvard Institute for Health Economics, people who exercise 20 minutes daily spent on average about $2,300 less annually on medical expenses. This is because chronic disease occurrence decreases, hospitalization frequency reduces, and medication consumption decreases. Calculated over 25 years, that's about $57,500 in savings. Ultimately, here's the key. More and harder isn't always better. Our body wants a balance of appropriate stimulation and sufficient recovery. Just by maintaining this golden timeframe of 20 minutes a day, you can slow aging, protect health, and improve quality of life. Instead of overworking your body with excessive exercise, maintain your youth with moderate exercise. How about starting today? Set a timer for 20 minutes. Put on comfortable shoes and go outside. You don't need grand goals. Just 20 minutes, at the same time every day. Moving at an intensity your body feels comfortable with is enough. Your cells, your heart, your brain will thank you. I support your healthy transformation. If this video was helpful, please subscribe and like, and share your experiences in the comments. Let's find ways to age healthily together. I'll see you in the next video with more useful information. Thank you.